Boom. Wait a minute. What? All right. So why are you looking like Stevie? Stevie was the Stevie J. Like,
nah. What's going on, y'all? Savage AF is the show. We here in it. I'm Black Pedro.
Yo, what's going on? This is Shang. And
yes,
I want to say over the weekend, thanks we got some more followers. Appreciate it. We're going to try to get to 2 trillion. So we're working on, we're at 1.9 something trillion. So if you guys can help us out, get us to 2 trillion, we'd be really appreciative.
Yes.
Yes.
We are here for you guys Monday through Friday live on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. Mondays and Friday.
Yes.
Right? Mondays and Friday we are on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesday through Thursday we're on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, live for you on YouTube, Facebook. If you miss us live, you can always catch the shows archived on the YouTube channel, which is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You see it. It's on the move. YouTube.com/C/SavageAF World.
Also, when you go to the YouTube channel, do the most responsible thing you can do. Do the thing that, help me help you. Help me help you. And that's all I'm saying. If you go to the channel, you know what to do. Ring the fucking bell.
Ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. So I want to make sure that y'all know that also, if you got podcasts, you listen to podcasts, you happen to be driving, you're in a snowstorm, because I know a lot of people right now are covered with snow and cold and ice, and it's frosty as hell. Okay. Make sure that you listen to us on the podcast version of the show. It's a podcast version of the show. That's all. That's all we want you to do. But it's on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Make sure you check us out on all of those. If you do that, guess what? Next person that you fall in love with will love you forever. Goddamn, I hit him with the smooth shit.
Shout out to speaking of love, man. We got love for y'all. Nicole H, Breezy JJ's, Carolina Boss. What up, man? Kim Walker, Queen B, Zenat, LL Adverb. just every day something new with this.
But she's on medication, so she's a good
she's trying to duck these damn child support payments. I know what she's doing.
Well,
Sandy, Damani, Evelyn, I see y'all. Thank y'all. Miss Adverb, LL Bean, whatever. She trying to duck these child payments. I know what she's doing, changing her name.
And by the way, Nicole H, I don't know what this graphic is supposed to mean. Where 3 cups of milk for me, and it looks like shots of something.
The man lactose intolerant.
Wow, I think that's really, that's insensitive as a motherfucker. Y'all really savage. Y'all motherfuckers is really savage.
Yeah, buddy.
I got to watch you motherfuckers. I got to keep my eye on you niggas. Yeah. You niggas is out of line.
Speaking of keeping an eye on niggas, you can do that with these 2 niggas right here by following us on Instagram as well. At Black Pedro.
Yeah, wait. Is it really at Black Pedro?
There you go.
And is it really at Comedian Shang?
You see that G on the end, y'all? Shang.
Good. Not Shane. Shang. Now make sure you let your friends know. Share, like, do all that when you go to the, Instagram. You can give us little, hearts and shit. But on the YouTube, give us the thumbs up. Give us some of those subscribe thumbs up. We like that. And make sure you ring the bell. I keep telling people that. So make sure you do that. So I see.
Adverb, I can't tell what your picture is. She's bragging about her thumbnail, but I can't really tell what it is.
Yeah, I can't tell what it is.
Some dude with a flashlight on his face, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know what that. Yeah, what she
it's LL. It's LL. It's LL Cool J.
It's LL Cool J.
Because she's
all right.
Adverb. Ladies love Adverb.
Now, what today is a special day. It's a special day.
It is, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We gonna run up on y'all with today's topics. And speaking of special days, we're gonna end with a SHANGRY, in commemoration of MLK Day, Likshat Pan Air. Happy King Day. He had a dream, but we still have a nightmare. We'll talk about it. Before we get into that, Black Pedro popping today. Speaking of nightmares, let's talk about the 1700. Not the 1700s, but the 1700 members of Congress who have owned slaves over the history of Americanness.
Americanness. Is that the Americanicity?
Yeah.
Which is, stands with basically it should be AKA biased motherfuckers, AKA racist motherfuckers still, AKA they can suck my balls from the back, AKA.
Hey man. Well, if that's got you all ball sucked from the back and bunched up, motherfucker
I don't know what that was.
Motherfucker say what today? Speaking of discrimination and bias, your boy Trumpty Dumpty, you won't believe what shit stat he's given about vaccine distribution with regards to discrimination. Let's talk about it. But before we get into that, man, it is Monday, January 17th, King Day 2022. Have a good one to you guys. We're going to start off with, some holy shit. That is in Colleyville, Texas this weekend. Sometimes I don't even turn on the news on the weekend because I'm like, they're just recycling the week shit. But there was actually some breaking, there was some breaking shit on Saturday on the Sabbath. A terrorist, a gunman took 4 hostages at a Jewish synagogue there in Texas. And, long story short, everybody got out safe. It was the rabbi and 3 other individuals. They all got out safely. The gunman did not. He was calling for the release of another convicted and imprisoned terrorist, Afia Sadiq. But yeah, they gunned him down.
They gunned him down, but you know what? The thing about it is, and I'm not saying that he shouldn't have been gunned down.
Oh yeah.
But the thing about it is, have you noticed that I've seen it on news over and over again where hate crimes have increased, not only with racial hate crimes, religious hate crimes. Synagogues have been getting attacked all over the world, not just in America, but all over the world. Did you, you know what I'm saying? Australia.
Oh yeah, New Zealand had
New Zealand. So for some reason, the Jewish community is really getting attacked heavy.
Hey man, I've always felt like we need to stick together with, Jews and blacks need to stick together because, the world blames us. We've both been slaves. The world blames us for everything. And we're the only 2 people who can.
Well, it is your fault, though. I mean,
we're the only 2 people who can grow a decent afro. So, I say we stick together, man. But, yeah, and realize that crackers come in all shapes, colors, sizes, religions. This cracker ass motherfucker was obviously out of his mind. He's mentally disturbed.
I guess his family said that.
I guess what strikes me is how quickly we can call a Muslim, an Arab, a terrorist, but when these white guys go out there and do the same shit or even worse, it's misguided youth or lone wolf.
Yeah, but these people aren't terrorists that are fucking that throwing up the Heil Hitler. The people that actually walked around with tiki torches threatening Jews will not replace us, but they're not terrorists. They're just guys that like khakis. Come on, dude. They like khakis and tiki torches, and we like to go out at night and do a marshmallow roast and beat up an interracial couple every now and then. What's wrong with that, bro? You fucking guys, man. You fucking guys, bro. Wow, you guys are alive. It's weird that it's something that keeps happening. Okay, I don't know what the people in the feed feel, but if something keeps happening. But do you see the Jewish community and the black community realizing that these motherfuckers are going back at both of us? I don't know. I don't see as much of that. Hey, this is both of us. They going after heavy.
I mean, Jewish attorneys from the ACLU were a big part of the civil rights movement, in terms of legal battles and court battles and things like that. Nicole H said black and blacks need to stick together first, and Queen B seconds that emotion. Listen, my sisters, I totally understand that and concur. However, I was just drawing. You
got to put your hands like this.
I was drawing interracial similarities so that we can then connect with other communities and therefore collectivize our general resources interracially, so that we do become one people under a sun with the purpose of getting rid of crackers.
I agree with you, brother.
Clean up.
I think, brother, what you just said was expeditiously funk dubious. Okay, I'm just saying that, but I do really.
I'm gonna look both those words up.
I'm gonna look both of those up if when I get a chance too. But I'm gonna tell you something: the Jewish community and the Black community need to come under one nation, under a groove, getting down just for the funk of it.
You know what I'm saying?
One nation under the groove. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, I don't understand why these people have such a problem with the Jewish community at the synagogues. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand it. I don't really see them understanding the factality of the collectivity of what we need to do as a nation to move forward. Funk doobie, baby. Funk doobie.
Hate of a group of people in general just because of their religion or skin or whatever. It's sociopathic, bordering on psychopath.
Now he got killed, but I mean, because they did, the FBI rolled in heavy. Never understood why they were camouflaged in the city. We can see you. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. Unless you're laying in the like, if you're laying in the grass over there, maybe I won't see you. But other than that, it's like, who is that? Why is that gun just floating in the air? I can't see it.
That wall is moving. It's shooting at me.
Why do they camouflage the trucks? That's the thing I don't understand. If you see a truck that's camouflaged, you see, what's that big thing with the wheels that keeps moving around? It's a fucking truck. Camouflage,
it's a tree on wheels. That bush
camouflage is the dumbest shit in the cities. Now, if you're in the woods, that makes sense. You're hunting a deer. I don't know. I think that's the only part I got a problem with the FBI. But they look geared up. They looked like they was ready to go for this dude.
They were. It was also like FaceTime or like streamed on Facebook Live as well. When he came in and first took over, they eventually cut the feed. But there was a congregation of viewers, of people who could hear and see this, hostage taker losing his shit.
Yeah, but the thing is that his family said that he was mentally unstable from Jump Street. So that's something that I go, okay, I will give him a pass from that standpoint. But it has been happening a lot more. It has really been like way, way more than I've ever thought in my lifetime. And I'm older than you. And I don't remember even when I was younger that it was this bad, where you felt like, like you said that they ain't gonna roll up to Pedro's house because Pedro's strapped. I want y'all to know that. And Pedro be shooting people after he do a roll on the ground, that type shit. He's that type of nigga. Where he went and trained out with the dudes and they roll on the ground and So I don't know if he's the one.
No, that's true.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm a peaceful man. I have a slingshot and a butter knife, and that's it, guys.
That's not true. That's not true.
And my Bible.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's not true either. You just piled on. You kept, and a Bible, and I help crippled kids walk up and down steps. That's lying. Pedro got shotgun, handgun. What's the other one? Machine? Not machine. What?
I have a bow and arrow and a special set of skills, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah. So if anybody crosses you, you're gonna be at catch, lure them out to the woods, and then take them out one by one. And,
I'm Hawkeye out here, man. Okay. Except the black one, I'm Hawkeye Peace.
See, I'm old school. That was when Rambo said, "Let it go, let it go."
All they had to do was let the dude walk through town. That's the whole shit of that whole movie. That man, Rambo fucked up the First Blood. He fucked up that whole town because Brian Dennehy couldn't let the nigga just grift through. Maybe he was going to stop at the diner, get a coffee, but the nigga was just trying to walk through the town.
Right, and that's Pedro. Pedro's just trying to...
Leave me the fuck alone, man.
Leave me the fuck... And he even said it. He said, I don't want any problem. I don't want any problem. He goes, well, maybe you got a problem here. And then, this is the wild part. After the 6th cop went down, and they were out in the woods, I'd be like, and he killed the dogs.
Nigga, when the National Guard come in for one motherfucker, like...
Leave him alone.
You should have let that citation.
And the one guy said, "Hey, just let him go. We'll catch him. Catch him a little bit later when he sleeps somewhere. At a hotel or something. Let him go." And he goes, "No. You don't kill my dogs and let it go." When you heard the dogs going,
yeah, he did that.
He killed my dogs.
Dobermans.
But no, but the thing about this situation with the way the FBI came in, I'm actually glad that they actually. I know this sounds bad, but after the shit Pedro said, yeah, I'm glad the bitch got shot in the chest. I could say whatever the fuck.
It was the neck.
It was the neck. Yeah, but he was like, yeah, you're my hero. I'm glad they rolled in hard, but I want to see them rolling hard more on Caucasians that do heinous shit like this too. Because a lot of times they do capture them without any incident, or
and then take them to Burger King.
Yeah, they let them go. They do some murderous shit. Now the dude down in Australia, they wouldn't have it. But he was killing cops left and right. The cops would roll through the door, he'd pop them. The guy in Pittsburgh, again, armed to the fucking teeth. I think that one of them made that out. Most of the synagogue shootings, they take the motherfucker out. They take them out. So, but these FBI agents showed up, and they did their thing. So I'm hoping that this is not. I hope this will thwart. I said thwart, man.
Yes, sir.
I fucking said thwart.
But they
thwart.
Yeah,
future
they immediately go into tracking mode to see, if there's any other signs or threats or imminent, danger with regard to other synagogues, to make sure it's not some kind of, multi-site coordination. So they immediately went into that mode, and it appeared to be just, a solo.
But just the one. It was just the one, or
just a one-off, man.
But what? It
crazy
makes me apprehensive,
with a gun.
Man. It's the beginning of the week. I just feel like if you notice, it comes in threes. Have you noticed that? Where it's like one incident, then another incident. Even with the guy down in Texas, went into Walmart, or was it Kmart, or one of the marts, and he went after Mexican people, shot. Then 2 days later, there was 4 people that were shot in an incident in Miami. Again, racially.
So more to come. Bullshit. Stay tuned. More to come.
And then that Sunday, there was another situation where it was a active shooter thing, but the cops got him before he killed 3 people. He only killed 3 people. Not that I want anybody to be shot while you're fucking shopping, but he killed 3 people, but that one was racial. So I'm hoping that this is only one this week. I hope it's the only thing like this where there's some guy hostage, anything like that, for a long time. But it's going to be something next week.
Yep.
It's going to be something.
I mean, knock on wood, man. Come on. All right, man. So we're going to keep it pushing, moving through today. And as we move through it, guys, we ask this critical question on the daily. It goes a little something like this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah.
All right.
I don't know why that still is.
It's so jolly.
It's a jolly song.
It's a ditty.
It's a ditty where we're calling you a motherfucker.
Say what?
Say what?
Motherfuckers say what? So your boy Trumpty Dumpty is on the road again. Had a rally in a cracker con in Arizona, and
cracker con is a good one. Where all the cracker movies, come out.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of
cracker comic,
a lot of cracker merch.
Cracker trading cards.
Right. Like, hey, mate, this is me chasing the black guy down the street. Are you kidding me? This is me chasing the black girl down the street. Let's trade. I mean, yeah.
All right, we're gonna get into the meat of what he said, but speaking of black guys and whatnot, this particular rally seemed to have
a bunch of black folks
right behind him, like in the and there's usually this one guy. Obviously I don't know his name. He looks like his name would be Lamar or Rico, maybe. Yeah, and he kind of got a slick back usually. He was there with his Blacks for Trump t-shirt on, but there was like 7, 8 of them back there, and I was like, "Who the fuck? What the fuck? Who are these
Well,
coon mongers?"
Their coons are getting paid. They actually strategically place niggas behind him, so it looks like black people supporting. And it's always a cluster. It's a cluster of niggas. It's always like a clump of niggas right there.
A coon clump.
A coon clump. Yeah, it's like they'll do that. But if you look at the rest of the crowd, ain't nothing but to see a crackaliciousness.
It's like a cocoon.
A cocoon.
And there's some cuckoo coons. It's a cuckoo coon.
Well, yeah, we're going to hell for that one. But fuck it.
They'll already be there. But today, not today, but over the weekend at CrackerCon 22 in Arizona, your boy Trumpty Dumpty got up there and spit raw sewage as he proceeded to proclaim that. Look at you, right on time. He proclaimed that white people are being discriminated against in terms of the vaccine distribution. And
right, even though they were the first ones to get it, This dude is retarded, man. Look, something's wrong with him. He is absolutely a fucking doofus.
But all the people there, he had a big crowd. All the people there were cheering for that shit, and then he went on. He was like, and nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to see this discrimination. Black people don't want to see this. White people. I was like, and then the coonographers behind him just started their whole routine of cooning it up, like, yes, sir, yes, master, sir.
They started, and he was like, bing, 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 nigger, 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 nigger,
nigger. But yeah, man, this was you talk about
sad.
Big lies.
Sad. It was sad. It was sad seeing, like, when I saw the clump of black over there, and I saw the little
the coon clump,
the coon clump, the black blockade over there. It was just sad, man, because I know there are some black folks that still, in the face of January 6th, in the face of so many lies he's caught in and so much shit, they still back him, and they try to, justify it with their, cool knowledge, which is that, it's just not working. It's not working.
No. According to a couple of things I've read here, white people do account for the largest chunk of unvaccinated people. 65. So 65% of unvaccinated people are white. I would say a lot of that has to do with that doofus's supporters, who went anti-science because of him and QAnon and all that other shit. Right. And just refused the vax because it's alien jizz sent to control your mind or some shit. I don't know, man. But that being said,
Pedro, I'm sorry. I just got a sign. I can't. The vaccine has made me want to do things.
I enjoy your earth. Black and Hispanic people have been less likely than their white counterparts to receive a vaccine. But that has narrowed over time. But we know this. We know that it was affecting the virus itself was affecting Black and brown communities more. Right. Y'all remember the mayor of Chicago, Samuel L. Jackson? She came out that one time and was like, "Niggas is dying."
Yeah.
And
I can't stand these snakes on the plane.
On this motherfucking plane. But then as the vaccine rolled out, and and I spit this to all my Black people out there who have apprehension or think it's some attempt to actually harm Black people.
Well, no, people bring up the Tuskegee experiment.
Well, but
even though that's just one example of all the shit they do. And plus, y'all over there snorting cocaine and eating pork, and you worried about what the fuck is in the vaccine.
But also just know that the vaccine was not passed out to Black people. So if it was meant to kill us, they did a horrible job of targeting Black folks.
But they've been trying to get us. They've been trying to get us, man. I be telling you, man. They trying to get us, baby.
Something's after me, man.
I'm telling you, but you know what? I gotta say this though. His level of insanity. If you look at some of the people in the crowd, and I also watched, I think it was on either MSNBC or CNN, where people were looking at their phones and started with his rhetoric started being the same old, same old shit, and it was the same old shit.
God. Oh Oh, that's nasty.
But it was the same old shit he was spitting. It was the same old shit.
Spitting shit. AJ Fit, what up, man? He says, question is, why are they putting concrete barriers around the White House? What's getting ready to pop off? Oh, I don't know, man. I wasn't aware that they are. So
I'll
investigate.
Biden is doing his State of the Union from the White House. So,
is that what that is?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. And also, there's been, you ready for this? And I know the number exactly. You can look it up. There's been 17 active threats that the FBI and the CIA has found from because they arrest those 11 guys. Now it activated even more of them to want to kind of do another insurrection or mini insurrections all over. And so they said there were 17. They clocked 17. So that's why they're prepping with all of this. You know, they're putting up the moat, and then I don't know if the crocodiles get delivered the day before. But I know they're going to have crocodiles. And then if you get over the crocodile moat, then there's a shark moat. And then after that, there's pit bulls. And yeah, I think it's pit bulls on the, like right at the steps.
And then starving rats.
And then the starving rats, I don't know if they're going to do that this time.
The pit of rats, they're not doing that.
But he did hit the shit. He was just, white people don't got a fair shake. Shut up, motherfucker. Y'all, that victimization, it's constant. And it's constant with like white people that act like they're the victims and they're the one that's victimizing. It fucks my head up that they're still in
they play the opposite game. You know what I mean? They
but
don't want to hear about racism, and then you call them a Karen and you're like, that's racist. And you're like, all right.
Well, and this is again, this graphic is for all of you guys. Here you go.
Pacify yourself.
You big fucking babies. You big fucking snowflake ass, bitch ass babies. You always talk about, we can't, liberals and people that are to the left can't handle shit. You can't handle taking an L from a president that was incompetent from get-go. Shut the fuck up, eat a bag of dicks. Then after you do that, wash it down with this little treat I gave you. I can't stand you idiots. Can't stand these idiots. But there are white people that say that they do feel discriminated against pertaining to the vaccine and saying like that, my friend Jamal got his before I got mine. Well, motherfucker, you didn't go get it first. You ever thought about that? It's the law of just, look, I got up earlier. I went and did it. You didn't do it. But now you're trying to blame black people or people of color or not, or getting the vaccine before white folks. That's on you. And he's the one that caused the whole hesitation for white people to do it and gave them all kind of other fucking things like, hey, you take horse tranquilizer, shoot it up your pee hole,
lick your fish tank.
Yeah, lick your fish tank. He's the one that caused that shit. So stop it. Oh wow.
Yeah, I agree, Queen B. It is gaslighting.
It's gaslighting.
Yeah. But sometimes when you light gas, that shit'll burn your ass up.
But he talked a lot of shit. He talked a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm averting my eyes. I'm like fully focused.
You don't like
on the
that. I can tell you don't like that crap. But I think that he's something wrong with him. I really do. I watched a little clip of the thing. Like he's really I don't know if it's dementia or just frighteningly stupid or just a doofus or.
Well, no, honestly, I think it's just manipulation of his base. I'm not even sure. What's up, Stacey P? We see you. I'm not even sure it's about his intelligence, about as much as a lack of intelligence of his base. Because, like I said, people there were cheering for that shit, and they soak up all the racism, xenophobia.
When he cussed, he said, he says,
he called it bullshit.
You're the big lie. It's bullshit. Yeah, he cussed. Oh man, fuck, they're stupid. Like fucking scary stupid. You got to think of how many people in this country still believe this, the big lie, and believe this shit, and believe that white people are being discriminated against. Man, they are fucking stupid.
He talked about the big lie a lot at this rally, and all he was saying was he was like, and there's proof. There's proof out there. There's plenty of proof. They don't want to talk about it. There's proof.
Yeah.
And now that's like how this side. That's how they prove things now, by just saying there's proof.
There's proof,
but never ever presenting it.
Yeah,
he wants to be a dictator. Absolutely, yeah.
Well, no, I think that it's not just
really he's a dictator, but.
Well, we know he spits a lot of shit. We know that, but no, I think it's not him wanting to be a dictator. I think it's the collective, mostly primarily white folks that are backing this man. So don't act like it. And primarily 70% of the Republicans, if not higher, they want to feel on top because they know that a very big portion of them aren't the best. They're just not the best. We always say, America, we're number one. We're not. We're what? Below 30th in reading and math and, common sense. And, I mean, really, we're
ciphering.
Yeah, just really, really bad. So I think that they collectively, all white folks, want to be like on top. And they see him as on top, even though he was complaining. I saw one of the things he was complaining about the shipping, and Tiffany's is not getting their supply chain. Like, you really think these corn shucking motherfuckers are worried about
the
Tiffany's?
blood diamonds getting over to Tiffany's?
Yeah, but it's like he said that, and I was like, I wanted to see a close up on the crowd of these motherfuckers. First off, y'all need to get y'all dental plan together. The fuck is wrong with y'all teeth? Have you seen some niggas? These motherfuckers down in the South, like it's like a picket fence that's missing every other one. Man, they are some corn on the cob crunching motherfuckers, boy. They really bad, but hey, they still believe in him. That's why I told you, glad I live close to Pedro, because I know this shit's gonna pop off. I saw many, many, many things that talked about civil war. I think that if they lose in the 2022 election in any way, shape, or form, even if it's close, they're going to start some shit. And 2024, if he runs, man, if Trump runs and loses again, you don't think they're going to lose this shit?
Oh yeah, dog. This is okay, bro. You know me, guys. Hey, I
got dynamite nunchucks.
Boom.
I tied that piece of dynamite, sticks of dynamite together.
Blue.
Yeah. So maybe that's not the smartest for me though.
No, yeah, you want to throw those.
I might want to
turn them into bolo.
Yeah.
All right, man. So more lies. We'll move on from this. But your boy, man,
but one more time, bro.
He's gaslight. Yeah, he was spewing shit, spitting turdery.
Yeah.
All right, man. Turd verbs.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we're gonna keep it pushing, guys, and but we'll stay along those lines because that Trump base that loves the racism and the xenophobia, it didn't just pop up with Trumpty Dumpty, right? There's a long, long history in America, and we're gonna get into it right after this.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey,
you were right there.
It's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'. What's poppin', man? Wall Street Journal. Washington Post. Washington Post.
I thought you just said news Tourette's.
What's poppin'? Wall Street Journal.
Washington Times.
No, Washington Post. They came out with an article recently, like last week. I saved it, but hadn't gotten to it. Over 1,700 members of Congress have owned slaves throughout the history of America, through the 18th, 19th, and 20th century. More than 1,700 men and women. This blew my mind that the very first woman to ever serve in Congress. Let me find her name real quick. Oh shit, did I pass it? Rebecca Latimer Felton.
Right.
She was appointed to fill a vacancy in 1922, but she was a former slave owner. I think when I saw a piece recently, the dude Jordan Klepper, who's on the Daily Show, he went to one of those rallies or is like a vigil for the insurrectionists who were being held in prison or whatever.
They're political prisoners.
Yeah. So in talking to those people, like, this one dude in particular, like, he was like just like totally defending slavery and slave owners. He was like, you know, they treated those slaves like family. And you know, you got to think about it like a tractor. Like, why would you buy a tractor and then go home and beat it up and tear it apart and break it down? No, you're gonna treat it good. And I'm like, nigga, did you just call black people tractors?
Yeah, he did.
What the fuck?
I mean, and how often do you rape tractors?
Yeah.
You fucking idiots.
So, you know, if that mentality is around now, we know what was going on back then.
You don't think it's around now? Oh my God. Yeah, it is.
Another thing to keep in mind is that most slave owners were Democrats back then, and the parties kind of flipped sides at a certain point in our history. But back then, most of the slave owning congressmen were Democrats. I think we're in a point where, you know, there is like Queen Bee mentioned gaslighting earlier. And, you know, when you hear people nowadays arguing that black people were like tractors that got treated well or something, you know, obviously it's short-sighted of the history. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because people want to act like it's over or that it's, you know, it's not a big deal anymore. Or, well, I wasn't there. I was there. But think about, if you have that many people over the course of, you know, hundreds of years, creating laws for America while owning other humans, building wealth off of that, passing it down to their generations, while black people are not able to build up any wealth at all, you know, it gets us to where we are today, no matter what side of the fence you sit on. So.
Right.
And I know we have a lot of black listeners out there, so, you know, This is like preaching to the choir. But for any white folks who stumble upon this, like, let's think about it.
Let's think about that. And then when you try to say it's actually, you know, well, you got a shot, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Well, stop stealing. Yeah. First off, don't wear boots. Secondly, stop stealing my boots, and maybe I'll have some straps to pull up. Jeffrey Keller, who, by the way, very funny comic, had a great set at the Comedy Chateau. Shout out to him. Let's not forget the black codes after slavery. Of course not. Let's not forget Jim Crow. Let's not forget any of that. But you're right, man. 1,700 is a hell of a number. And I saw this guy arguing with this guy who was carrying a Confederate flag, and he said, "Why are you carrying that flag?" Because this is my ancestors. This is my creed. And he's like, man. And we worked hard. I worked hard for that. He said, "You know how much a slave cost back then?" He said that to this dude. You know how much it was on, what's the British dude's name?
John Oliver?
John Oliver. You know how much a slave cost back then? My great-great-grandfather had to own slaves. You know how much he had to spend on you niggers? Jesus Christ, man. You guys were expensive. And he said this. This is today, people. You got to understand, this is a mentality that permeates the fucking thought process of the Republican Party today. The Democrats used to be those motherfuckers, and they still got blue dog Democrats. But right now, the percentage of Democrats that still, at least out in the open, say that shit compared to the Republicans, it's a false equivalency. And all y'all motherfuckers know y'all wrong. You know you're wrong. And when I see you in these streets, hands.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. That's a lot of slave owning white folks making laws and controlling lives, making laws. I saw the dude Jordan Klepper talking to this one family, and they were like, "No, they were treated like family in regards to slaves." And he was like, "Well, how do you know that?" And she was like, "Because of the stories that were passed down through our family." And I'm like, "But you think your grandma's gonna sit there and be like, and then we skinned all the niggers alive?"
Hey, Grandma, could you tell us another story?
Grandma, what's in this meatloaf, nigger?
Exactly.
Like,
but that's the same shit, man.
Yeah, they're gonna make the family sound good.
That's the same thing with critical race theory, where they're like, "Oh, we just want to tell our side of the story and not tell the real story." You know, it's like, you know, where they actually used to use black babies as fucking
gator bait.
They used to cut off black men's dicks while they hung them at picnics and kids would dance around underneath them like they were like a pinata or some shit. This shit really happened, and there is fucking. This is the wild part, and I agree with Pedro from the standpoint where he said they ain't gonna come up on my porch. It's gonna be a whole different. I really do think I'm at that point now where it's like, yo, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. We need to change it. I understand if they do this shit, well, like I think they're gonna do in 2022, and they do 2024. We need to wild out just like that. We need to go full blast. Fuck it. Y'all want to have an insurrection and get off with it, where you don't get arrested. You get yourself. Well, we need to do it, and I don't mean we. I mean white folks out there. Black folks, anybody that believes in truth and reality, y'all need to step up, and we need to fucking maybe not jump through the Capitol and shit on the walls, which I think is some nasty shit. I don't give a fuck.
Just to get it on the wall, you had to touch it with your hand,
right? But we saw a dude shit on the wall, so it's possible.
Yeah, I did see that.
We did see a dude shit on the wall.
I can still smell that.
Yeah, that fucked up Pedro's head, but and no, I agree with Nicole H. Let's go into the feed. Everything is whitewashed. Absolutely.
Merker.
Yeah. No, Merker. But no, a lot of people that are saying that it's whitewashed. Wow, that is the consensus. They try to whitewash things. But I'm gonna tell you right now, when grandma was taking the slaves, and she'd fuck some of them. I mean, that's treating them good.
The idea that slaves were treated like family, I'm like,
all right, then let me go.
Well, y'all sleep out in the shed, motherfucker.
Since we family, yeah. Why don't y'all cut out this whole 19 hours in the sun shit? 19 hours.
When do I get to whip y'all?
Yeah. When do I get to beat y'all
family?
ass? When do I get to cut y'all dick off and watch y'all hang from a tree? It's like, oh no, we're not that kind of family. Come on, nigger, you knew better than that. But that's what they feel, man. So I'm hoping that it changes. But we got such an uphill battle because they redistricted everything. They really did their thing, and now they got people in a position where the motherfuckers that even if we outvote them,
they'll be like, oh no, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
It's got nigger fingerprints all over it.
What did you wrote that on nigger paper? That's not normal. What
black ink, black people? Not today.
Not today, buddy. But 1700. That's crazy.
They're gonna come up with touch screens that don't recognize black skin.
It's like,
I'm telling you, man. They're gonna do everything they can.
Can you help me over here? Oh no, we can't. No, we can't help you. We're not
get some new skin. All right, man. So that was it, man. But I encourage you all. The Washington Post. Look it up, man. It's a interesting read. I mean, it's kind of like things we knew, but also like to put a number on it. Of that like 1,700. Like it's a lot of motherfuckers, man.
Right.
Over time, and it becomes a tradition and and that's why we see it as part of the American culture, racism, because
racism is synonymous with America. That's why I always have to keep on hand Uncle Stabby.
Yeah, man.
when you need a motherfucker stabbed.
And don't forget Cousin Slappy coming soon.
Cousin Slappy, Uncle Stabby, all that shit. Savage AF. Make sure you check us out on all the podcast platforms. If you do that, you'll smell better. And even when you fart, potpourri. Make sure you do it. iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Also, make sure you check us out on the gram. If you happen to be on the gram, anybody is new to the feed, because we got some new followers. Thank you over the weekend. I sent out a blast to see if it worked, and it worked a little bit. Thank you. Follow at Black Pedro and follow at Comedian Shang. And finally, you know what to do. If you're new to the channel, some people just watch the channel and forget this little tiny thing that you're supposed to do that makes it all happen. You want it to happen, you got to make it happen, buddy. Do it. Click the bell. Make sure you click the bell and make sure you check us out. And if we get to the number we want, we're going to start a Patreon. Once we start the Patreon, we're going to need your support so we can keep the show going and bring you more interesting topics through Savage AF and probably talk a little shit and make up new words. I think between me and Pedro, we've made up at least 10 new words that we're going to submit to Webster's dictionary.
Damn.
Yeah,
We writers over here.
A cocoon, I think, is
a cuckoo coon.
A cuckoo coon is a cluster of sellout niggas.
Yeah.
See,
a clump of coons.
So that's the definition of the shit. So make sure that you check us out on those platforms. By the way, I want to give you another big up to you, man. We're doing quite well. We got back in the top 200 in Ireland. So
top of the morning to you.
We dipped. Now we're in the top 200 podcasts in Ireland, and we're actually in the United Kingdom. We're you ready? We're number I think it's 150,000.
That's cool. Working our way up, baby.
Working our way up.
All right, y'all. Shangri, take us up out of here, man.
Well, my Shangri today is it's more exasperated, but it should be a exasperatory. I don't know. See, I couldn't pull that one off. Couldn't pull that one off though. Hey, everybody. Wanted to let y'all know, happy King Day, happy Martin Luther King. I mean, actually, his birthday is yesterday, but I think they celebrate it today. And I just want to say this man sacrificed his life. He put his voice out there for, the show that we could actually be better and we could come together. I didn't agree with a lot of this stuff in the footage I saw when he said, I didn't agree with it. I agreed with Malcolm X a little bit more than I did Martin Luther King. Mm-hmm. I felt like you don't turn your face and let somebody smack you on the other side of your face. You don't turn the other cheek. I don't believe in that. And Martin Luther King believed in peace, but he still, I have a dream that little white boys and little black boys can be on the mountaintop and hold all that shit he said. And we still are fighting for the right to vote. We still are trying to move forward together and still get the right to vote. We still have to worry about the right to vote. In this time and age, 2022, none of his dreams became the reality that I want to see. And I don't want to know what y'all think, but I really do think that because the John Lewis Voting Rights Act didn't get the love it should have gotten.
Well, they're supposed to vote on it tomorrow. We know it's going to fail.
Well, it's going to fail. We already know it's going to fail because we got two cunts that are actually blocking it up. Cinema and Man Chum are both doing it. But Martin Luther King Day is a day where we actually notice that we are always, the reason I didn't agree with Martin Luther King, a lot of stuff, but it was a different time, is it just seems like we're always accommodating to their mentality instead of accommodating to the reality of the world, a reality of being a human and having empathy. These motherfuckers do not show me that. But Martin Luther King was probably a bigger man than me. It's definitely a bigger man than me and Pedro from the standpoint of we ain't gonna turn the other cheek. Right. We ain't trying to think always peace. It's not always peace. I'm not gonna let you just kill my son and sit there going, well, oh well, fuck that. But at that time, I think it did work, and it made white people feel more comfortable with somebody that was preaching peace. And I that's why I do give him props from that standpoint. But I think if he would have lived and not been murdered, then he would have definitely been a little bit more angry.
He would have been our first black president.
Yeah, he definitely would have been more angry. I mean, Martin Luther King Day, I wanted to say to y'all, I'm glad you get a day off, even though in Arizona, they didn't want that shit at all. I don't know if y'all know that or not.
John McCain voted against it back in the day.
Yeah, John McCain, even though he did thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down when it came to, certain stuff. With that, he was like, no, Martin Luther King don't deserve a holiday. But we're not. Apparently, Jake Paul is getting a holiday. Hilarious. So, yes. No, I mean, well, I wouldn't be surprised if they did the shit. But happy Martin Luther King Day to you guys. He was a civil rights leader that pushed and pushed and pushed to have the rights of all people, let alone primarily Black people. And that's why I want to say to y'all, happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody in the feed. And again, even though I was more leaning towards Malcolm X, I still give props to Martin Luther King.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, all right, y'all. That is the show for today. It is January 17th, King Day.
January 17th, King Day. Yes.
2022, y'all. Get it in, man. Remember the man, the dream, but also remember that we need to push forward. Always push forward. We'll be back here tomorrow, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live for you guys once again. Until then, man, stay Black. Unless you're not Black, then stay whatever you are.
Then stay whatever you are. But if you are Black, I'm alam alaikum. Yeah.
I want some salami.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I'm glad Nazee ain't on the feed today.
You
guys, and I'm motherfucking get mad at us. Y'all take care. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Later.
Later.